time has come. It is time to fix my hair. Look at this regrowth. It is well and truly overdue. Obviously, we are going to make it blonde, but for the video today, I wanted to do something a little bit creative, and I'm thinking of doing my hair pink and purple. I have a couple of ideas of how we're going to make it pink and purple. I think I might do a couple of different ways in the video. I was thinking either like a pink and purple ombre color or maybe half and half. It is looking, she's a little bit yellow and the regrowth is getting to a point that is not good. But we're going to start off first by doing just bleaching the roots. So let's start off with that. So we're going to start off just by measuring out our bleach, and then I'm going to use 30 vol with my hair because otherwise the dark roots just don't lift. So mix up your bleach, slap on some gloves, and let's go. Okay, so we need a cape for protection. Then we need to lock it in. We need a seat belt for safety. So yes, fasten your seat belt. And there we are. So this is today's outfit for our adventure, and this is my at-home salon. Welcome. Okay, so here we go. Apply the bleach evenly on the regrowth only. Try to avoid overlapping onto any pre-bleached hair as much as possible. So I will touch back in when I have the bleach on. As you can see, we've just done the first little bit. We're gonna do the whole head starting in the back first and then doing the front last. Okay, and so we have the bleach everywhere now, and I will leave it on for 50 minutes. It's looking yellow. But the back looks fine. I think the front needs to be bleached up a little bit more, to be honest. Like the roots. So this is like what happens when you have too big of a regrowth, because your scalp produces some heat. So the hair that's further away from the scalp is really yellow, and then the hair that's closer to the scalp is really blonde. So normally you would bleach this bit first and then you go onto the scalp, but because I'm doing it myself, I mixed up equal parts of 10.81 plus 8.69 alumina, and I mixed it with 1.9% developer. My hair looks really white in this light. It looks like I have no hair in my root. So we'll put the toner on the roots first and then take it through the ends last. Okay, so this is... You can definitely see that there's a warm band at the front and a little bit down. Yeah, you can see it there. Oh man. Oh man.
Meanwhile, at the caustic
salon. Oh, I didn't even show like my regrowth. So you can see I have just a very small amount of regrowth happening. So we're going to do like a little bit of like a root shadow now. And you can see we're just placing it just so it kind of blends the natural and over to the blonde, but just that tiny little bit. So I had someone in my comments asking me what is the difference between a root shadow and an ombre or balayage or something along those lines. A shadow root or a drop root are a toning technique that helps blend the natural color with the already lightened hair. Usually you would do this coloring technique in between colors, just so then you don't have such a heavy contrast as it's growing out. And usually it's because the highlighted or the lighted hair has a very heavy coverage, and the difference between the lightened hair and your natural color is very big, so you just want something to kind of melt it in between. But it is a toning technique, it's not a lightening technique. Okay, so you can see that we have like, it just gives like a little bit of a shadow. There's not so much of like a heavy line, so it has like a little bit of a shadow in there, hence why the toning procedure is called a root shadow, the toning application. So you can see it has like a shadow effect. My only problem is I think it has lifted my natural just a little bit, which is a bit shitty because I can see like a little bit of like red undertones. So I would maybe recommend not to use the Illumina because it always lifts your natural even with the lowest developer. I kind of wish I used a color touch, but it's fine. I'll bleach it in a couple of weeks anyway. So anyway, so for the ombre effect, we're going to do a pink ombre first up. For the darker color, I was thinking that we're going to use the Rose Shampoo Bar from Bleach London. And then for the middle section, I was thinking of using the Crazy Colors, and then we'll leave it blonde on the ends. That's just my thought about it. So I guess we start off with the roots. I might have to wet my hair down a little bit on some of the areas. I think that's working, but it needs to be a little bit more wet, so... Oh, my face is so wet. I guess normally you would just like lather this up and put it everywhere in your hair, but because I just want it on the roots, I feel like I'm putting it on in such a weird way. Need to make it moist. So another question that is often asked is, what is the difference between a balayage versus ombre hair? Okay, now it's starting to work. Balayage is a professional hair coloring technique that creates a natural subtle highlight effect. Moisten the bar. Originating from the French word to sweep. Ombre is also a French word and means to shade. Ombre describes a dip dye effect in which the hair graduates from darkest to lightest. The major difference between balayage versus ombre is that balayage is a technique and ombre is a gradient of color. Ombre is when the stylist uses a balayage technique to create a color contrast that begins darkest at the roots, blending into a rich medium shade towards the middle, and finishes with lightest parts at the end of the hair. You need balayage to achieve ombre hair, but balayage on its own can give many different effects by using different shades strategically throughout the hair for a multi-dimensional finish. So balayage is a technique and ombre is a style. Balayage doesn't have to be an ombre, but ombre has to be a balayage. Okie dokie, so step one is done. We have the first layer, the first section. So when you do like an ombre balayage style, you always start with the bottom first, and then the bottom, the dark bit is the smallest. The shadow from here is smaller because it's usually darker and then everything blends together down. I think it looks stupid when you have too much dark and then the dark small and then the blonde starts really high and then there's so much dark there. Like I think it should be like the dark comes down and then the dark is small here and then it's all light together, rather than being like this length is dark and this length is dark. It just doesn't match. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is, where I want the first blending to begin, I will just back comb it just a little bit, just so you can see that that's not all on one line, yeah? And just smush that in the rest of the bits. But I think you can already see by looking at that, you have the darker pink and then it comes into the lighter pink. So one side is done skis. You can see that it has a bit of a fade out effect, and then this is the side that it's just done with the roots at the top. So you could do both if you didn't want to bring it down as far, but I want to bring it down. Okay, so now we have the two steps going into each other. Now we're going to do like a last little in-between bit, I guess you could say. So we're going to dilute some of this. Into a bowl. We will put some aloe vera gel. This is it just dried naturally. I haven't styled it, but I just wanted to show you what it looked like before I do, in case I mess it up a little bit or something. So now we're going to put some curls into it. I mean, it's definitely there. It doesn't feel like it's so much here, but when I hold it up I can definitely see it. So I don't know if it's just the way that the lighting is sitting on it, but what do we think? I really like the pink, I have to be honest. I'm really loving the pink tone it is at the moment. Here feels a little bit too intense for me, but I really love this color on the ends. Like you can see when I hold it out, it's like At the roots there's a little bit of a shadow, and then it's a bit of a darker, brighter pink, and then it slowly goes out to being like a very soft white pinky tone. Okay, I'm sorry, but I am loving this. I love the hair. I think all of it just goes really well together. We have a few different blonde and pink variations we want to do. I wanted to play around with this kind of color concept a little bit in this video. So this is just the first ombre style of pinky blonde hair that we're going to try. So let's see if the next color will top it.
Much later.
So I don't know how well you can see that it's faded out, but it's just like a very soft pink. Obviously the color at the top is much more vibrant. We're going to color my hair now, and I'm thinking purple, pink. No, pink, purple. This will be the purple side, this will be the pink side, I think. But like a soft purple and pink. For the purple side, I have some marshmallow and some lilac. And then for the pink side, we will just do the candy floss. And this will be the backup in case it doesn't work. I actually really need to wash my hair, but to put these colors in, I don't want to wash it and then try and put it in, and I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it with shampoo. I don't know if this is going to work. I usually would suggest mixing it with conditioner, not with shampoo. But when I mix like toners like Color Touch or Illumina or something, for example, I always mix it with the shampoo to dilute it. But when I usually use these types of colors, I will mix it with conditioner. So I haven't done it where I mix these types of colors that don't need peroxide with shampoo. So we're going to do that. If it turns to shit, we have time. So we're going to be doing it like this. I just have a cheap shampoo. Let's go. And then we have the pink side. No! Mayday! We spilt it. It looks really pretty though. Is it even? Is it even? Bruh. I can't remember what side I said I was going to do it on. But pink's this side. Pink is this side. Let's do pink. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm scared.
Wow.
Okay, so there we are, the pink and the purple. Yeah, it did not work at all. This was the purple side. The purple side came out lighter than the pink side. I mean, it kind of looks cute, the like off tones of the blonde, but I want something more with more oomph. So we're gonna mix up again. This time not with shampoo, because obviously the shampoo idea doesn't work. So we have the same ones again. This is the lavender. It just like really scares me because the color of it is so intense. And then we put a little bit of the marshmallow one in there. And then for the pink side, we have the cotton candy floss. It's not candy. No, it is candy. It's not cotton. It's candy floss. Is it even? Yeah. Take two. So we have the really intense purple, but it was intense yesterday as well, and it didn't really do anything. Okay, so it's looking intense. I think I'm just going to use the shampoo bar because this doesn't look so intense. I mean, it's already starting to look a little bit more intense. Look at this side. Okay, and so this is it. The next day. It's very subtle. You know, like this is the purple side, you can see it especially here, and then this is the pink side, but to me it's just slightly you can tell here, but when you look at this top hair, I mean, can you even tell that it's like different colors? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I like it. It doesn't look bad. It looks nice now that I've done my makeup and stuff as well, so I don't mind it. The colors, it's a little bit more vibrant than I thought it would be, and I thought this would be a bit more purple, not so pink. But anyway, bit of a fail. But yeah, so I'm going to a festival in 2 days, and this, I wanted to have like half purple, half pink hair. Maybe I can put a picture up of my inspiration. It is what it is, and it's out of my hands now, so yeah, let's see. And like, also I have to say, so like, even though the colors look so similar, I washed them separately. So when I was in the shower, I rinsed this side off, and then I rinsed this side off, and I didn't mix the two when they were wet at all. I made sure of that because I didn't want the colors to mix. Yeah. So it's okay. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. It's not what I wanted, but it is still kind of cute.
Meanwhile, at the caustic
Salon. Hey, welcome back to the salon. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. Well, I mean, we're doing pink and purple, but in a different way. So my idea this time is we're going to do purple and then pink, like a little bit like dark pink on the ends. That is the plan. So do the purple, I just have Directions. I have lilac from Directions, if it focus. And then for the ends, I have a rosé shampoo bar from Bleach London. Oh. Oh, she's thick. I need to get a spoon. So, spoon in German is called a Löffel. A Löffel. Löffel. It's like a cute little word, I think, for German. I feel like it would be like another word that you would call like a fart. Did you just Löffel? Oopsie, I just Löffel.
That's why these chicks dye their hair and get all tatted. They're telling you how poisonous they are. Like poisonous frogs in the rainforest, they lurid bright colors to show you they're poisonous.
Why would they do that?
Because it's like they're wearing their trauma.
They're basically seeking help.
100%, it's a cry for help.
Can already feel the crazy. No, don't do that, man. So if you make any mistakes or if any accidents happen, you can easily blend the color out with a brush by slicing down motions. You don't want to have any lines, so no straight lines, all brushing down motions. I feel like when we're doing this, we want this to come down lower and then the hair down here to be only like a little bit here, and then this will come down a bit lower. That's what I'm thinking. So when you do it, you don't want to have any straight lines, which is why I'm brushing down like this, so then we don't have any straight lines. Okay, so we've done the roots all over now. So as I said, give a little back comb and then just dot a little bit around the base. Oops, whoopsie. And then just give a little give a little back comb, just a little. Don't want to knot your hair up too much, and then just dot it around the top of where you've done the teasing, and then just give a little massage, a little rub, so then you can see that there's no line, there's no heavy line in there, yeah? Like it's going on different bits. Okay, my camera died, I'm sitting way too close, but you can see I finished both sides. Yeah, so this is it. You can see here it's much smaller and here is much longer, so then it kind of brings all of this. I mean, you could have gone a bit lower, but I feel like this is okay. Let's do the pink now. Okay. Alright, I think it looks good. So let's take it off now. Okay, so drum roll. Just kidding. It turned out really cute. I really like it. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I think that the blend between the colors is really cute. Probably could have come down a little bit lower with the purple. I have to say, like, whenever I wear it up in like a hair tie, it's just very, like, the purple is very intense and I don't really like that. So I think once it washes out a little bit, then I will like it more, because I really like the pink color and I do like the purple into the pink. I just think that the purple is a little bit too intense at the roots. I feel like this is like a unicorn, pixie, fairy hair color, which I love. Just the purple is a little bit too intense for my liking at the moment, but I think once it washes out a little bit, I'll be a fan. I mean, I'm a fan now, but I will like it more on me. I don't know what it looks like from the back.
Oh my god! Wow!
I think it looks really cute. I really like the merging of the colors. I think it's really nice. The pink and the purple. But the only problem is, I mean, it's really good at blending in my natural color. I need to do my roots, but I'm just going to let this fade out and then I will bleach it up again. So this is what the color looks like now after about 2 weeks. I think I've washed it about 6 or so times. I really love this color. Like, the way that the color is right now is perfect in my eyes. This was the type of color I wanted, like very soft, very pastel. The blend is still seamless. I love how it's like a little bit more blue and then it softens here a little bit and then it goes like a little bit more of like the purpley tones and then pink, and then it's even more softer on the very tips, almost like a very pale pinky blonde. I love it. I love it. The only downside to it is my regrowth at the moment, but I have to say that this color is like blending the regrowth really well, so that's really cool, even to the point that I haven't done it and I probably needed to touch up my regrowth like a week ago. So I will be doing it in the next couple of days. I also show you my extensions that I have in. Like, look how grown out that is. It's actually driving me insane. I want to take them out, but because I love the color so much, I'm like prolonging the process because I just want to keep this color, and it's one of my favorite I've done. So I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a little bit too intense when I first did the regrowth. Maybe if you want to do something the same and you want to have a little bit more pastel, then I would recommend mixing it with, like, I think you have like lighter shade of pale, or you have like these mixes to make it more pastel. But in saying that, it's also been nice to go through the process, and you can see that even if it does go really intense, like vibrant colors, it doesn't take long for it to wash out if you have it on super blonde hair. Yeah, I love it. Love. Yeah, so I will definitely be doing more pink and purple variations, but I will do it in a part 2. So it would be really cool to know if that you want to see that. I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, but I would love to hear from you. Also, let me know what you think about the colors. I mean, I feel like this was kind of the only successful one that I really liked in this video. So yeah, we will definitely be doing a part 2. I have so many different color variations of pink and purple and blonde that I want to try out. I'm looking forward to doing this, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So I hope that you will come back. I don't know where. I never know how to end these things. So yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and as I said, we will definitely be doing more hair videos, so if you want to keep in touch. But yeah, if you've watched all the way to the end, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.